I'm going on a monster hunt to find out if there really are killers lurking in America's fresh waters. Nightfall brings with it another chance to catch a bull shark.
Yep, that's something on. As we stop, start, run. That's a fish on. Oh, yep. And I can feel a kick now. Yeah, it's kicking away. There we go. It's taking. Oh, it's waking up now. It's waking up. The big fish pulls, so worst case scenario is I actually end up in the water.
Finally, the fin I've been waiting to see.
A little bit closer.
After fishing in Florida for days, I've already caught one giant.
That was a beast.
But now I've finally hooked my first convicted killer.
Yep, that's something on.
To get a good look at it, I need to put a rope around its tail and bring it up onto the beach without getting bitten. This is the same size as the shark that attacked Jesse Arbogast. And I have to be very careful, as it could whip around to bite me.
It takes your arm off, it can take a leg off in the blink of an eye. You know, you bleed out quick.
They go bigger than this, but this is a respectable sized fish.
This juvenile bull shark is about 6 feet long, about the right size to be leaving the fresh waters around here and heading out into the ocean. The hook has cut the shark's mouth, but once it's released, this will heal very quickly. This shark's gums are concealing its mouthful of razor-sharp teeth, which are only revealed when they bite into something.
You can absolutely see how effective they are, and you can absolutely understand how somebody, even with an exploratory bite in a way for an animal like this, you know, could just bleed out, lose a lot of blood, and that could be a fatal encounter.
The fish could have spent the last 5 or 6 years actually in the inland waterways, in the canals, along with possibly thousands of others. And that's certainly quite sobering. You know, if your paths crossed with a creature like this, it could end very badly. But I think the miraculous thing is that most of the time, the bull sharks go their way, we go our way, and actually nobody's any the wiser.
These bull sharks were suspected to be in Florida's fresh waters. But now I've caught one, it's clear they are swimming amongst us, in rivers and canals only feet from human habitation. Around here, alligator gar are considered trash fish. They're believed to deplete the stocks of other fish, and they're potentially dangerous. So some people still kill them. But Eddie sees something in these fish that most other fishermen don't.
You hear people call it a trash fish, and nobody really grasps the fact that, you know, it's a top predator in the river as far as a fish. And we do, here in Texas, hold some of the world's largest gar. It's not every day that you can get out in a boat and come down here into the river and see a fish that's almost as long as your boat, you know, that weighs more than you do.
While I'm fishing, I'm actually looking at the water just to see if I can see any fish rolling, but there was not an alligator gar, but an alligator probably about 10 yards behind me just now.
Something has picked up my bait.
There's just a pull on this line. I've got something taking line now. Let's pause now.
The exact moment to set the hook with a gar is hard to judge.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Too soon, and it'll drop the bait, because it's only holding it lightly in its mouth. Too late, and it'll swallow the hook.
Yeah.
This makes it like no other fish. Timing is everything.
Yeah, I think, I know.
I've tried setting the hook too soon. I bait and recast immediately. Maybe the same fish has come back for more, as I get another bite almost immediately.
Yeah, this one's going.
Now I'm trying to catch an alligator gar that's large enough to be lethal.
Yeah, this one's going. Feels good, there we go, that's it, that's the fish there.
There's still a risk it could spit the hook out, so Eddie snags it with a lasso. This one is 4.5 feet long. I've been bitten before, so I'm taking no chances with this gar's teeth. I'm wearing Kevlar gloves for protection. Having a closer look, I think the alligator gar is far from ugly. In fact, its ancient design is actually quite beautiful.
Interesting mark on here. It looks like this has actually been attacked by an alligator at some point.
That's an indication of the strength of this gar's armour. It can withstand being attacked by a large alligator and still carry on as normal. It's not a bad start, but I'm looking for a monster.
That's what I like to see, fish going back. Nice and lively.
Before having a go myself, I'm content to let the experts try it first. We found a concrete tube that is a perfect place for a catfish to nest in. The opening under the water is silted up, leaving only a tiny gap for entering. The plan is for Dylan to stick both his legs into the hole. When the catfish attacks, he'll pin it against the side. But to do this, he has to be totally submerged. Seeing Dylan about to offer his body as bait in part makes me understand why America is called the land of the brave.
Oh, got it?
There's definitely a big catfish in there.
Got him? He's in between my legs.
Dylan has a catfish pinned against the opening, but he's now wedged in. Luckily, he can get his head just above the water to breathe.
Go under his leg.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my head under him and try and get that gill.
Okay.
Right, ready?
I've got to put my fears aside. It's time to go down there and get it. Fish are powerful enough to be lethal.
Well, I've got the gill as well.
I've got my first catfish on the end of my arm.
Wait.
It's a real team effort. As soon as I get it to the surface, Nate puts a stringer through its mouth and out through its gill flap, so it can't escape. This is a flathead catfish.
Who would suspect a river like this, so shallow, you think there's nothing in it, maybe there's stuff a foot long, but there's some real monsters in here and they're hiding very, very close. But boy, it's work to get them out. It's short, but it's very intense.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the River Monsters page.